All right, are we talking about automatic forgiveness with PPP? I tell you what, it feels that way. Just hours ago, the SBA came out with this new form, 3508S. And if it's 50,000 or less on your PPP, they have put this together where you don't have to put anything on the forms. But I'm telling you right now, there's a major rub to this. So let's get into that right now. JJ the CPA here, hope you're doing well. So here's the thing to note. It's not automatic forgiveness because you still have to do the calculation. It's gonna be presented that way. I'm sure there's gonna be people that don't know what they're talking about. They're gonna be like, oh, it's 50,000 or less, it's automatic forgiveness. It's not automatic forgiveness because what came out, this is the new form, and then we have a new memo with some instructions that go along with this. And what it indicates clearly is that you still have to do the calculation. You still have to go through, figure out what your payroll costs are, interest, rent, utilities, or if you're self-employed, you still need to do the calculation of Schedule C, line 31, divided by 12, times 2.5 with the 24-week period. So you'll still need to do a calculation behind the scenes because what is on this form is you are listing what the forgiveness amount is. So now we have 3 applications for forgiveness of PPP. The first one is the full-blown version that most will not have to complete. Those that either let people go or reduce salaries more than 25% are going to get stuck with that application. Then we have the EZ that we've had for a while, and that is for those that aren't going to have any haircuts, if you will. And I think this really ends up being more applicable to the self-employed because basically you're not having to show a big calculation, but whether you qualify for this or not, any of these applications require you still to have the documentation to back it up and to do a calculation. So even though this new version doesn't have you do any math, it indicates, what's your PPP loan amount and then what's your forgiveness amount. Now the bank's able to rely on that, but you still need to, behind the scenes, do the same amount of work, in my opinion, to determine what it is that your forgiveness amount is. So unfortunately, there's going to be a lot that just think that they put their loan amount and then they put the same amount as their forgiveness and they won't do a calculation, and potentially they'll get nailed on that or caught later. There are ways that the SBA is going to be able to verify this. So I just want to get something out real quick to let you know, yes, it is good news for those that have 50,000 or less in PPP, but I don't see it being any less work. And I'm still telling my clients, let's wait till the next stimulus to see if it's a true automatic forgiveness, because a true automatic forgiveness would be what's your loan amount. If it's less than 50, it's fully forgiven. This new one that we have out, you still have to do the calculation to show that you've got a forgiveness amount that potentially equals the PPP. So I'll have more videos coming out on this. This is fresh, hot off the press. Hey, if you made it to here, do me a favor, click it, because I've got over 600 videos related to PPP, EIDL. This stuff's brewing up again, and turn your notifications on because you're gonna wanna know what it is that I'm gonna put out. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.
CPA.